And this week's car is the Nissan Sentra. Yes, Nissan's smaller four-door sedan. It's actually their mid-size sedan. Sentra is between Versa and Altima. Those are the three four-door sedans that Nissan has. Now, let's talk about this under $30,000, and this is the SL trim. So let's talk about this under $30,000 vehicle. It has a variety of good things to talk about. It's powered by a 2-liter double overhead cam 4-cylinder engine that produces 149 horsepower with 146 pounds of torque. It has an Xtronic continuously variable transmission, CVT, independent strut front suspension, and multi-link rear suspension. It has an idle stop and start drive mode selector. You can go from Eco, Standard, and Sport. Lots of safety in this vehicle, and this is the SL. This is an SL, and it starts at $27,990. Has a $450 paint option on it, and it comes in with $1,245 of destination fees and totals out at $29,685. So that is the Nissan Sentra SL. So let's take a look at Nissan's key. Here it is, pretty basic. Nissan logo on it, the remote start, lock, unlock, and of course trunk and the alarm horn. So let's go in and get into the Nissan Sentra. This is not the top of the line, but close to the top of the line. All right, off we go. All right, so one of the things I like about the interior here is this little lighting strip that's here. There's a lighting strip over there as well. That's a nice thing. The vehicle is well appointed, but it's not fancy in any way, shape, or form. But it is a $29,650 vehicle, so you're not going to get a lot. This sort of blue plastic up here, there's black plastic there, more blue plastic here. Lots of soft plastic, not a lot of hard plastic. There is hard plastic here and here, and shiny plastic here, but everything else is pretty much soft plastic. Something that I'm not a big fan of with this vehicle is the fact that the gear shift indicator locations don't light up when you put them into gear here. So that's something. At night I'm sure it lights up and you can see it. There's a little red dot in there, but not you don't see a whole lot going on. So it does have a sunroof, which is nice, over the front row, not over the second row, because sedans never have them over the second row unless it's a very fancy sedan. It is a glass roof with a manual shade there. There's also a place for sunglasses, which is here. 2 USB C outlets and a 12-volt outlet down here. There is a wireless charger here. 2 cup holders here, which is nice. Different modes, driving modes here. Electric parking brake, auto hold, which is great in traffic. And the engine auto off is right here, switches here. So, all right, so let's take it out. Let's go out and go out for the run. So what I like about this vehicle a lot is the fact that it's got plenty of power, even though it's just a little 2-liter engine with a CVT transmission, or continuously variable transmission, which gets a lot of hate. And for this little vehicle, it's great. Now, are CVT transmissions going to last 500,000–600,000 miles? Probably not. But in reality, what vehicle does last a lot these days? You've got 100,000 miles or more out of a vehicle, you've been taking very good care of it. And most people who buy an under $30,000 vehicle, the last thing they're going to do is take care of it. Ride quality on this vehicle. I've been very pleased with the quality of the ride. That's really nice. It moves smoothly. It goes over these bumps well. Even just little, going through potholes and rough roads, It's just fine. The steering is good. I like this little steering wheel. There's some meat to it. It's a little big for a smaller hand. For my hand, it's just about right, maybe just a tad bigger, but it's got a nice little bump here for to rest on. There's also a lot of safety features in here between the cameras, which of course vehicles have now. There's pedestrian alert. There's side alerts when vehicles are coming up on the side. So you're getting a lot of vehicle for $29,000, which is pretty impressive in today's market. Now, the thing I'm not a big fan of is the tinny sound of the doors when you open and close the doors, and when you open and close the trunk. It is that is tinny, and you do realize that you're, in a less expensive car. That does indicate that you're in a less expensive car. Now, could that be changed with some applied insulation on the inside? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows what it is. It is another thing. It's just that, they have to cut costs somewhere, and that's where they cut costs. It's very maneuverable. I wouldn't say it's sporty feeling, but it is, it's perky and sporty enough. If you're really into sports cars, no, this is going to be a transportation appliance. But if you just want a basic 4-door sedan that's nicely appointed, then this is probably a good buy for you. You might want to look at Kia's version. Honda has a midline vehicle. Kia has a midline vehicle. So you might want to look at the competitors as well and see if they fit what you're looking for. Kia's, I think it's a K4. I'm not sure what Hyundai has out there. Toyota Corolla. The American manufacturers aren't making sedans anymore, so you're not going to be looking at those. So you're going to be looking at a foreign import in some way. So, but I'm really impressed with the fact that you hit that accelerator and it goes. Now, I am in standard mode, though. I could put it in sport or in eco and get better. And I gotta say, I'm getting really good mileage out of this thing. It's it's in the upper 20s for sure. I'll have to push it around and see what the actual mileage on this vehicle is. Turning radius is good. My field of vision, now that's something we're going to talk about. Field of vision to the front is fine. Out the back, not good. When I look out this rear view mirror, what I see is the hat tray in the back and the elevated trunk there, and the high stoplight. I see that. And really if it was a small car coming up like a Mini or something, that would disappear pretty quickly. But even like Corollas and Coronas, even like Toyota Camrys that are coming up, you just sort of see the roof line and the windshield line. You don't see the whole vehicle. And then it disappears once it gets close to you. So that is a downside of this vehicle. So what are my thoughts as the DC car guy? What are my thoughts on this vehicle? This is a great vehicle for driving around the city. If you're not a car enthusiast and you want just a good basic car for $29,000, this is a great buy on that. It's going to give you everything you need. It's going to give you economy. It's going to give you comfort for 4, maybe 5 people. Yeah, you could put 3 in the back seat. They'd be tight. Nice big trunk, so big points there. Downside of it is that rear visibility issue that I see, and that's about it. So you're getting a fuel efficient, nicely put together, nicely appointed, nice looking. It's not going to be trendy looking vehicle for under $30,000. So I'm giving this Nissan Sentra 2 thumbs up. Yes, 2 thumbs up. Would I buy this vehicle? If I were in the market for a small, or I shouldn't say small because it's not small, it's mid-size, a mid-size 4-door sedan with a trunk, yes, I would consider this vehicle. I like it. I think it's nice. Does it make my heart go pitter-patter? No. Sadly, that does not happen. But remember, there is a little bit of Z somewhere in this vehicle, and Nissan Z sports cars have been thought of for years as stuff. So I really like it. Really good. I want to thank you for watching this episode of The Real DC Car Guy as we took a look at the 2026 Nissan Sentra SE. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And I'd really like you to subscribe to The Real DC Car Guy for more car and truck reviews and also stories about the automotive lifestyle. Until next time.